But moving away from NPFL, still talking about football. This time around, I have a special guest to be in the studio right there. He's a fitness expert. He's also a pharmacist, but he's also been working behind the scene to ensure that we can get the best out of every person right there if we can put the right thing into it. I have no other person than Adetuyi Adedipo. It's a pleasure to have you this morning.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here at ITV.
It's good to have you in Abuja.
Yes, this is look, I've been in Abuja now. Last time I was there was 2 years ago, so it's good to be there. I say a lot of development.
So I hope you see a lot. Every time you come to Abuja, there's always something new. If you happen to come by yourself, you're not careful, you miss up the roads.
I agree. I had a little bit of that this morning, but anyway, glad to be here.
Okay. Let me quickly since you are into fitness, and let me quickly talk about the fitness aspect when it comes to players right there. I know there have been instances, so we just watched something from the Nigeria Professional Football League, and most instances, most of our administrators don't think that the work of a fitness expert is important. Recently, we saw shooting stars coming out with the list of members of the technical corps, and the fitness expert was included. Lady, most times people don't take it serious. How important is a fitness expert to development and fitness of the player?
So if you look at players like LeBron James in basketball, Cristiano Ronaldo in football, you can see that a lot of them are playing well into their 40s. Gone are the days whereby a player is 28, 29 and his career is over. Now players can play for longer, and that's as a result of good fitness experts. So if you invest as a club or as a football team, if you invest in a good fitness expert, that means that the value of the players can go up. You can get the best out of the players for a longer period of time. So it is not, it is without the doubt that it is important, very important. I also remember when you go far back as Arsene Wenger, when he was first signed at Arsenal from Japan, one of the things that, the innovations that he brought was diets and fitness into the game. And that's why today, even though yes, he won a couple of trophies here and there, but that was one of the things that he did that revolutionized the game. So for the NPFL, for the league in Nigeria to improve, we have to invest in fitness experts. It goes beyond just your skill to be able to play the football. That's what your coach can do. Can talk about tactics, can talk about your skills, but your capacity to play the game. How much stamina you have, how much fit you are. I think that also can determine a lot. That it helps you reduce injuries. It helps you play for longer. It helps you avoid depreciation of your value. So I think there are so many benefits of having a fitness expert.
I see people slump. Players, fitness. Some people will think, okay, fine, these are top people, but they just slump. And at times we check, they said probably the level of fitness is not up to par and everything. Do you think, from your experience, do you think Nigerians take their fitness serious?
So again, I'll just go back and talk about Kano. He was Papilo. And I remember, during was just a bit after the Olympics, about when he was diagnosed with a heart issue. But I know then he was still at Ajax, if I'm not mistaken.
He just joined Inter Milan, but still waiting. He was doing good in medical.
So my point, that you just made my point, which is the fact that, and well, I don't want to call anybody out, but if it was, imagine if Kanu Wako was in the Nigerian league, and those rigorous medicals were not done, he probably would have also slumped on the field of play. So because he did those rigorous medicals, fine, we just finished the transfer window recently. You see how much time it takes to do medicals. They do very rigorous medicals. So it's important to know the capacity of the player, to know the health status of the player from time to time. Football is a very cardio-intensive game, which means that it requires a lot of activity from your heart. So your heart must be at an optimal level for you to perform optimally. So the fitness instructor, one of the jobs of the fitness instructor in the team is to also ensure the capacity of the player to play the ball, or to play the match rather. So regular testing, regular checks, regular medicals is very important. I'm sure that even for the players, beyond when you're signing, and regularly they do this fitness test and medical test, even within the season.
If I know it's possible, let's assume I'm not playing football. But it's very important for me to be regularly fit, to do fitness exercise that can really keep me fit. How important is that?
Yes, because every day, even if you're not a football player, we all are faced with stresses of life every day. You wake up, you go to your car, you jump the bus, you take care of your children, you take care of your family, you go up and down. There's the mental stress, the emotional stress, financial stress. There's a lot of stress that the body experiences on a day-to-day basis. So fitness basically increases your ability to cope with this stress. And recently, even the research has also shown that it also helps to help your mind to cope with the mental stress. Mental stress, anxiety, depression is something that is endemic in society today. You find out that a lot of people are dying from suicides and all that.
Yeah.
That's something that fitness can actually help to avoid. Being fit, being active. You understand? Waking up in the morning, having a routine whereby you're exercising yourself, you're pumping blood around your body, you're feeling grounded, you're feeling alive. So those things are very, very important. So for me, even whatever work you do, fitness is an investment for the future. Whether you're a banker, you're a newscaster, you're a pharmacist, or a doctor, one thing is for sure, all of us will grow old. So, and age will not say, oh, because you're a doctor, I will not come. It will come regardless. So, when you're fit, when you take care of your body then takes care of you in the future. So, it's important.
You said something in the line of this conversation talking about age.
Yes.
People in the 40s and their 50s. You know, at times because you are battling with one job, you are trying to do, people don't have time. How important is it for people in their 40s or 50s, or somebody in the 40s or 60s? Is it too old to do regular exercise or to be fit?
So if you are not used to any regular exercise, maybe you just want to start now in your 40s or 50s, there is no better time to start than now. So there are exercises that you can do that are not as intensive as maybe you could do when you're younger. When you're younger, you're 18, you're 16, you have the capacity to do so many things physically. But as you grow older, that capacity diminishes. But you can reverse that diminishing capacity by actively involving yourself in exercise. So there are most gyms now, you find out that there are sections for the older people where they can do workouts that are not too intensive, that are not too rigorous or hard on the knees, on their joints, that are not too cardio intensive. But as a 40-year-old man, between 40 and 50, I think you can still do a lot. You know, a 40-year-old man is not you're middle age, you're not too old, you know, and you're not too young either, but there's still a lot that you can do. I mean, Ronaldo is, how old is he? He's not much 40, or maybe about 40 now. So you can see he's still playing 90 minutes of a football match. So of course, he's an athlete, he has been doing it for a long time, but that doesn't mean that as a 40-year-old person, you shouldn't be able to do something. However, I also say that at 42, it's important that you know you have a good foundation for where you're starting from. So you need to do certain tests. At 40, I recommend to all my friends and colleagues, if you are 40 years old, you need to go and do a regular checkup, go and do your medical. So assume that you're being signed into the new decade and ensure that you do your check so that you know where you are. Some people might have underlying issues that they may not be symptomatic. You may not even know you have this issue until you do a test. So it's important that you go do your test, and then once you understand your baseline, you can now decide to increase your capacity for fitness or maintain it the way it is or reduce it. So, but the most important thing at 40, know your numbers, know your vitals, know the required tests that you need to do and get it done so that you know where to start from and then you can take it on.
You're a pharmacist. I'm not sure if you're how did you get into this?
Alright, so as a pharmacist, I obviously, you know what pharmacists do, we prescribe medicine and all that. And so for me, I just thought about the fact that, you know, it's unfortunate that when people come to the pharmacy store, a lot of them already have the disease, whether it's malaria, typhoid, high blood pressure, diabetes, and all that. And at that point, there's little or nothing that I can do as a pharmacist to help than to give you a drug. And because most of the time, when it comes to non-communicable diseases, you are on that drug for the rest of your life. So I thought about, look, why not do something that helps people prevent these diseases than having to treat them? Because in Nigeria today, it's very expensive. You know, they say that you have many problems until you have a health problem and you have just one problem. Because when you have a health problem, that's the only thing that takes your mind, your focus, your money, everything. So it's better for people it's cheaper on the long run to live a healthy lifestyle and prevent some of these diseases. So that's how the idea came of that. I wanted to do something differently. I wanted to do something that was against the grain of what was available in the industry at the moment. So we started to focus on prevention. So prevention has to do with your diet, prevention has to do with fitness, prevention has to do with taking certain supplements, prevention has to do with even your mental health, preventing fatigue, mentally, depression, anxiety. So preventing all those things, and we talk about fitness being an opportunity to do that.
Okay, I know you are in Abuja, you always have one thing. What will your message be for people in Abuja when it comes to fitness, when it comes to, I know, Mayfield Beauty, that you are also doing in Abuja?
All right, so we have an opportunity tomorrow for an event where we are inviting people in Abuja to come, Melissa Park in Gaki. It's called Oakley Fitness Fiesta, and it's an opportunity for people to come and experience the full spectrum of what fitness can offer you. So there are going to be pharmacists, doctors, there are going to be people that you can ask questions about your fitness journey, and there are going to be health checks, diabetes check, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and the likes, and you can know your base status, where you're starting from, and then you can also be involved in an atmosphere of fun. It's a fiesta, there's going to be DJs there, fitness instructors. It's going to be a huge and exciting event. So I just want to invite people. I'll be there as well. So if you feel like you want to also meet me and ask me a few questions, please feel free. It's going to be taking place between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. tomorrow, Mona Lisa Park.
Okay, good. It's nice having you in Abuja right here, and I hope that subsequently you can see you once again on our show. We'll talk more about fitness because fitness is very crucial, especially for sportsmen and women. But your last word for anybody out there when it comes to fitness, what is your last word?
So fitness is all about consistency. You can start small. Don't rush yourself. Don't pace yourself. Don't be overwhelmed by some of the videos you see on TV, on YouTube, on social media of people doing crazy stuff in the name of fitness. Pace yourself, know your numbers. That's where it starts from. And then finally, remember that fitness also is a numbers game. Diet is very, very important for fitness. So 70% of fitness is diet, 30% of fitness is exercise.
I'm going to say big thank you to you, Adetuyi, for joining us live on the internet television right there. We will definitely, hopefully, another time we have you live in the studio right there. He's a pharmacist, he's a fitness expert, and he's taking the game to a whole new level. But Global Store still continues right there. Let me give you something.